Good evening, everyone. Ads here from Unity Trading Group. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday evening. So, quite a bit has happened since we updated you all last night on our live session. But before I start, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It does help us out a lot getting this information out to as many people as we possibly can. But moving on straight away, BTC USD, get straight into it. Won't make you guys wait any longer. It's been very interesting. It has been very interesting. I've deleted some of the zones that I had drawn in previously for obvious reasons now, because we've smashed through this pivot level here, which was in fact the right shoulder of our head and shoulders formation that we identified only a few weeks ago. So we've actually moved back up to this 12,250 supply level. That is on the daily. I'm on a daily time frame right now. It is the supply level that was formed on the 9th of July 2019. We did have a rejection here. We've had a rejection earlier this year on the 17th of August, and now again today. It's given us a rejection a little bit convincing, should I say. We are, coming back down off this level now, and we are, trending below this 88.6 Fibonacci retrace from, bottom, swing high, to swing low. Right now, this is what I'm observing, if I can say it right. We are at a very critical level of supply right now. Very critical level. If we do get the volume to push this through, and it is volatility, it is FOMO, and I need to say that, quite substantial FOMO at the moment, because that's the only way I can describe this movement at this very given, point in time, that it is FOMO, where we had, some very significant pivot points just here. Obviously, we've had market pivots. Our levels were quite overstretched, even more so on the 4-hour time frame, and we still managed to get past it and, retest this 12,250 level. So it is FOMO, it is market volatility. That's why I said in the Discord, proceed with caution and just accommodate for this volatility. I said in the Discord this morning, and I was asked, what do I think is going to happen? I said, more than likely we're going to get held up at this level of supply. Happy to be wrong, happy to see it, go to 12.2, because in my personal trade plan, I can, make accommodations for that. But I did mention also in the Discord that because BTC and the crypto market as a whole is small, it is small relative to the other traded assets in the world, like Forex and stock. It is small in relation to the other traded assets, that you're going to have this volatility. You're going to have this FOMO. As long as the market cap, stays below $1 trillion, in probably even more so you're going to need to get rid of some of this FOMO and volatility. You're going to have these moves. You're going to have, your TA saying that we should effectively be held up here for a little bit longer, or, even have a rejection here. But we see it move past it with great force and with some volume. So just keep that in mind, that you're trading an asset class that is quite volatile, that it has, has a lot of emotional traders, involved in it. So you're going to have these wild moves to the upside, and you can see that what I'm speaking about, pretty much immediately when we talk, or when we have a look at the steamroller overbought level now. It is quite substantial, and we haven't even gotten that tick, that short signal as of yet. So if you're developing a strategy around looking at steamroller, it might be worth waiting to get these markers to see if you should be averaging out, selling, shorting, anything like that. But you need to develop that strategy tailored to yourself. Right now, what I'm looking at personally, I'm looking at averaging out at this, around this level. We are quite oversold now, overbought now, especially looking at steamroller on the daily. We are looking at these exhausted parallel channels now. So I'm going to be looking to average out of my positions and look for more opportunities to average in at a later time. Looking at a daily time frame, and that's what I'm really focusing on right now. Looking at that daily time frame, I'm going to try and take in as much data as I possibly can to try and get the most accurate representation of RSI, steamroller, CCI. I want the most accurate representation of all those indicators, and that's what I'm going to look for on the daily. So yeah, like I said, steamroller's quite overbought. CCI, is going to be looking to make a bearish divergence here, and RSI looking towards that very overbought condition at over 73. Now we've broken into that top upper band level between 70 and 90. So a very interesting time for BTC. If we do pull back, I'd be looking for levels back around here. That's the most convincing level for me right now on a daily time frame is 11.4, and then all the way back down to the bottom here at 10.675. However, this is going to be a longer span towards looking for these levels to play out. So I'm not saying that we're going to dump here and go to 11.4. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm looking for this supply to be respected, and if we are getting the amount of respect that I've seen on this candle over the next couple of days, then I'll be looking to average out, and I'll be looking at more opportunities to buy in or to average in lower. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm looking for is this level to hold over the next little bit. So we are seeing this 4-hour time frame. If I wanted to zoom it in a little further, we are seeing this be respected right now. It's not over yet. There is 3 hours to go on this candle in particular, but I'll be waiting for some volume to come in over tonight to really tell us if this is going to be it, if this was the target all along. And it could very well be, because if we're looking on a daily time frame, the most significant obviously was the one that I drew in before, and even more significant than that was the one at 12,250 that we've been rejected on right now, that we have been rejected on in the past, and of course last year when we created this zone. So that's a long-winded explanation of what I think about BTC, but I think it's really important that I said all that. Moving on, however, ETH/USD not giving us the reaction that we really thought would happen. We haven't even made a higher high on Ethereum, which really says a lot about ETH right now, and the volume is really speaking to me in the way of we're not seeing that confidence in Ethereum that we did a couple of months ago. And I think personally, it's really due to the Ethereum, the chain itself, not being able to keep up with a lot of these networks that are jumping onto it. That might be one of the reasons. That's what I think the reason is. If there's any other reason that you guys can think of, chuck them in the comments, chuck them in the Discord, and we'll explore those options as well. But ETH not making a higher high, we did get another bounce off that level of demand, and we are sitting around this 23.6. If we can't get some more volume over the next little bit, and I'm looking at UBTC, if we start to descend, then this Ethereum will come down with it, and will more than likely end up back at this 38.2 level. Moving on, having a look at the US dollar. The USD has exceeded my expectation. This is a regulated market, okay? So these are just ideas and opinions of Team UTG. But it's really exceeded my expectation in the way of this downtrend and how violent it has been over the last little bit, especially, from yesterday to today. It has been quite significant, and it happened quite fast. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast. I did think we were going to get to this level of demand. That's why I did speak about it quite significantly yesterday at 92.90, but I didn't think it would happen this fast. And I think that's why we had such a reaction on BTC as well. So the DXY, obviously BTC is paired against the US dollar, so it's always good for you to look at the DXY and see where it's going to really gauge some strength on which direction BTC might be going, and it might be more correlated than people make it out to be. So always just keep it in mind. We have made a lower low now, and a significant lower low in my opinion, and we are looking for this level of demand to be cleared out now, and as well as this level of support. And I'll get rid of some of these levels now. So what I'm looking for now, and I'll do it live, drawing in these next levels of demand, and we've got a very brief level here ish, and it's going to be about that, something like this. And you can see why I've done it that way. I've used the bottom of the body on that candle there, and then I'm looking at these respected candles on the right hand side of that to really gauge its size. So we are sitting pretty right now on this level of demand, looking like, you know, we might get a little bounce here or somewhat of a relief because of this steamroller indicator and the 4-hour time frame being quite respected. RSI sitting at that 26 level, CCI's, you know, trending below the parallel channel, so it might be a time for a little bit of relief on the DXY. We might see something along the lines of, you know, getting some form of relief back up to this very extremely short-term level at 93 even before a potential movement downwards. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll have a quick look at the daily to really gauge its overall bias or overall direction, and it is very much so still bearish. Very much so still bearish. We are, you know, on a downwards trajectory. We have made lower lows, lower highs, and we are still seeing a lot of room on these indicators to, you know, confirm, I guess, our downside potential. Keyword potential. So we'll see how this pans out over the next little bit. But really, that's all I wanted to say tonight. It's been a very short, sharp, and sweet video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps us out a whole lot. www.unitytradinggroup.com if you want to find our guides, if you want to find some of our video content, and even the button to join the Discord is on the website, www.unitytradinggroup.com. Come over there if you haven't joined already. There is a fantastic community of traders in there, the strongest we've ever seen, and it's really a pleasure to wake up every morning and you know, interact and trade with these guys. So, you know, shout out to everyone in the Discord. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow night for our live session. See you then.